Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. If this is your first time here, what we do is we take a look at a can, right there, a can or a bottle of beer. We read the label, we take a look at it, see what the brewery is trying to sell us. We crack it open and see if it meets expectations. Now, the tastings I do here are in 3 steps. First off, we always have the same style of glass. Reason? The glassware is important because that way no beer has a leg up as far as checking out the clarity or the aromatics. And most tasters will look at a beer, sniff the beer, then sip the beer, and then talk about it. What I do is I look at the beer, then sip the beer, then sniff the beer. Why? Sometimes the nose can fake out the taste buds. I'll let Master Sommelier Fred Dex explain that all to you right up there. He does a much better job than I do. And finally, I always check the thermometer. I always check the temperature of the beers that I taste, because beers should be served at a proper temperature. If you want to know the proper temperature for your beer, again, check the link right up there and you'll get the full explanation. But in brief, what it is ales are fermented at a higher temperature than lagers. So they're appreciated at a higher temperature. They're served best 50 degrees to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, where lagers, the high 30s up to about mid 40s Fahrenheit are the proper temperature to serve that. All right, when I do my tastings here, I always have my thermopen here. That way I know exactly the temperature of the beer I'm tasting and I can adjust for the flavors or the aromatics. There'll be a link down in the description box where you can get your own. All right. Those of you who have been here before, you know what to expect. Let's get started. Today, from the Whetstone, oh yeah, and you know something, folks, you'd do me a real favor if you would click on that subscription button and the bell and make a comment, particularly on this one. This one is an interesting beer, I think. Was up at Whetstone at the brewery there in Brattleboro about a week ago. Picked up about 15 of the different beers that they have, so it's going to be a full tasting of the Whetstone. Okay, today it's the Penguin Porter. Penguin Porter. Yeah, penguins on the design there, yeah, so cool looking. It says. Government warning, according to the Surgeon General, I shouldn't operate machinery or drink this if I'm pregnant. Yeah, no problems. What does it say about the beer here? It says it is 5.5%. It's moving up in alcohol. Smooth, roasty, and smoky. Ooh, we got some smoke in here. Our porter has a mild sweetness balanced by the complex flavors of roasted malts and an early kettle addition of hops to balance it all out. The result is a bold and robust porter that works well in every season. Okay, the hint right here, the important thing I think is balanced to the complex flavors of roasted malt, has a mild sweetness balanced by the complex flavor of roasted malt and an early kettle addition of hops. So that means that the flavor, there's going to be a lot more hop flavor than there is going to be aromatics. Okay? And that makes sense for a porter, although hops on a porter, that's kind of interesting. Usually that's a rather sweet beer. Well, I'm looking for some hop flavor in a porter, and certainly a dark color and a nice white creamy head. And let's crack this open and see if it meets those expectations. Let's see, there's some nice smoke coming off of the top of that. Yep, there it is. All right. Here we go. Yeah, that's a porter, all right. You can see through it. I mean, you can't see through it, but it is not opaque like a stout. Oh, look at that beautiful head on that. Oh boy, that is a nice looking. That's nice and smooth. Small bubbles rise to the top. It has a nice rocky top to it. You can't see that. I'm not going to turn the camera that way, but it certainly is. That's a beautiful. It looks okay. It looks just like a porter, no problem about that. Let's see, porters, I believe right, they're ales. Are they ales? I'll have to check that out. In any event, It's coming in at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, so we can only hope it's an ale. All right. It looks it right. It's got the right temperature. Let's see if it's got the flavors. Cheers. That is nailed. That's a porter right there. And you know, I was expecting to get a mouth-puckering hop, but no. That's a nice smooth hops. It blends perfectly with the almost burnt caramel or chocolate malts that are used. Oh, that's well done. Very well done. First nosedive. There's a little bit of hop there, but I'm getting some of the, again, that heavily roasted malt. Really heavily roasted. I mean, almost kilned. It would be patent malt. Second swig. Yep. Boy, I haven't had a porter this nice in a long time. This truly hits the spot. Okay. Well, then, without a doubt, you already know. Does Penguin Porter from Whetstone Craft Beers in Brattleboro, Vermont meet expectations? It certainly does. In fact, it exceeds expectations. I'm the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.